Yo, yo, yo. How we doing today? Just pretty much got off the call with the Spike Week people on the lab, is what they call it, on Discord. My dog is freaking out with her ball. Oh. All right, well, we just have to continue on with whatever noises she's making back there. Uh, I got done with that, started making these, put my kid to bed. That was the whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes out screaming and hollering at me. And then made the thing, the YouTube, the thumbnail, downloaded booty calls for this. Decided what I was going to draft. We're going to do the $4 draft. It's coming to a close. I just got scammed of $400. Oh no. That sucks, man. I can't say that I haven't done that or haven't fallen for a scam before myself. I once fell for a magazine. I didn't really fall for it. I just felt scared in a weird way, but like I gave some dude my information and there went $75. So like I haven't been at $400. I think I have probably lost more than that. But man, now you answered my. Well, Jose, I realized that I'm doing a lot of draft streams for myself, but I know you do a lot of the smaller stuff. So I was like, well, I might as well jump in with and do some of the lower tier stuff. Also, guys, if I do suggest jumping in the lab from Spike Week, it's free. This was literally dudes just talking, and everybody has a voice. So if you don't have to jump in and talk or be on camera, but if you do, like if you want to get your feet wet with like on camera, even though there's not recording of it or whatever, it's just like everybody's chit chatting back and forth. I do suggest the lab over at Spike Week. We all just sit there and chit chat. It's pretty much Eric and usually Rob. Rob left a little early today, but usually they run it and they're talking. We started at like 6 o'clock. And they got done around 8:30. So like we just sat there chit chatting about BestBall for 2 hours. I had to leave for part of it because I had to hang out with my boy. We're doing the $4. I have small fingers. The $4 holla. I think, yeah, because that one's about to close. The fourth down, 5 entry max, $4. I will bring it up onto the stream right now. Let me guys know. What you guys think about the thumbnail? Was it a good thumbnail? I got Najee on this one. So that's why I repped the jersey today because I got Najee. I think we might do a chase tomorrow. We flipped it around. Yeah, if you want to expand, you can, Blake. If you don't want to talk about it, and we just be pissed at that person, whoever did it to you, we can do that too. If we can blast them on social media, just let me know. I'll I only have 1,000 followers. They can do that much, but I could put something out there. Trust me, I know about scams. In the sense of your boat. Good. All right, that's what I like to hear, Blake. That's what I like to hear. Step up in quality. All right. Oh yeah, I was presenting the screen. Okay, present share screen. DraftKings tournament name. So NFL 50K, fourth down, 3, 5 entry max. I maxed the first one. I didn't even get to the second one, and then this one's about maxed out, and I haven't done it yet. Let's see. Let's look double check. There was supposed to be I know what you mean. Where they like, oh, well, the monthly price is such and such, but they charged you for the whole year. Because I've definitely run into that on a few things. There was something recently. Oh, this Artlist.io thing. It says, oh, you could get it for $14 a month or $9 a month, blah, 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 blah. But then you, like, in tiny little details is this for the whole year, or you could pay a $14. I said, I'm paying the $14. We're only using this until September. Yeah, $400, man. I mean, even to me, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I count my pennies. Like, I just requested my $6K to be put into my account because we got all these tournaments and DFS to do. But I get you, man. $400 is tough. It is tough. I used to do my fucking rent payment minus $200, but like that's a lot of money. At 920, we're doing good. 920. Jesus Christ. We just had a staring contest and she won. God damn it. 920 we'll jump in. Unless it fills up with you guys. Let's see here. What did we let's see here. Let me go over what I viewed today. Can I do that? Switch accounts. Felix Castro. Go to my YouTube. I just want to see my history. What did I view today? I finished halfway through Spags' video today. Another solid team through. He was a little mad that somebody at the 12 hole was a little peeved that he made fun of his team, I guess. But oh well. I mean, Spags is going to Spags. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to tell you how he feels. And if you can't handle it, that's fuck your shit out of luck there. What else did I watch? Dak Prescott falls apart in January. He does. Jordan Love. He's a $50 million quarterback. He's going to get paid like it. No one should really be surprised that each paycheck is either going to be at somewhere near the top or above. Every quarterback pay who's going to get paid is going to get at or above. If they get at, that means they are not any better than the current quarterback that just got paid. If they're above, they're better than that quarterback. That's just how it is going to work, I believe. I watched Nick Merckx, kind of not pick on, but like criticize the Chris Tyson situation, which he likes like kid porn, which is fucking weird. And nobody's judging him, I guess, or something, because he's a trans dude. Stephen Ace has got out of my seat because he just came back. Fortnite has a Cybertruck. Let's see here. Lamar criticizing Justified. Yeah, I think Lamar is justly, he's like the Dan Marino-esque, type quarterback where he's probably never going to win the Super Bowl and has more of like anybody that ever went against the Patriots. They're just going to get fucking rocked. No, this says hold on, let's make sure. This one. 50K, fourth down, 3, 5-inch max. I believe I do not have any to this one. Yeah, I those people are weird who like stuff, man. It's not for me. Jump in, boys. 8 to 12, 8 to 12. What else did I watch? What else? Reporting day, people making any kind of news about Aaron Rodgers' like shirt, which is kind of funny because then what's it called? Finally, like Pat McAfee addresses that one dude that covers like Aaron Rodgers is always against him. I don't think he's a part of this one. They went after the guy that always talks shitty about Aaron Rodgers and that guy pretty much. Because really, seriously, that guy is an asshole. Always because he didn't because the COVID toad situation / whatever his COVID stance is. And finally, the Pat McAfee show kind of went after that guy, which was nice. Jeff Darlington shuts down Brandon Ayuk to Buffalo Bills. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk, our friend Pat from the Underdog says he's got like a 2% chance of getting moved. I think that's about right. I don't think he's going to move, but if he does, there's like a 2% chance. And if he does, who knows where he's going to go, really. All right. I don't see my man Jose. I think I took too long to tell him where I was at. But we got Dennis in here. We got the Cornelius Pump. I don't know. I don't know the ... is. Core Win Gus. I'm gonna try this, but NJ Sirigliano, Manwich, Winch, Ma Winch. I ain't talking to you, Siri. I wasn't talking to you, lady. Connor Stevens with this. What is this? Not Snorlax. Drowsy? Hypno? Hypno is the evolved form. It's gonna drive me. Is it Drowsy? I feel like it's Drowsy. Pokemon Drowsy. Fuck yeah, nailed it. Pokemon Drowsy. Hypno is the evolved form of Drowsy. Street Rat 69. Big fan of Aladdin, the video game for the Super Nintendo when I was a kid. Premier XI. KJ Caster. The Big Kiwi. Dennis 420. And Andy ICAP. And ICAP. Andy Cap and ICAP. Okay, we have a little bit of a different start with ASB going at 3. I get Chase at 6. Let's go. I know this is a unique draft. Maybe things are a little bit different here. Oh, no big deal. No big deal. This I'm going to try to make small dollar Tuesday a thing. Qualifier Thursdays and Survivor Wednesdays, Qualifier Thursdays, and then Mondays are going to be ranks lobby versus the ranks. How hard are you on Trey Tucker now? they were talking to Trey Tucker a whole bunch. For the I'm indifferent. I'm kind of out on the Raiders, but I mean, they bring up some good points. I missed them. I missed the majority of that conversation. I came at the back end. Yeah, but it's the Raiders, and I kind of remember a quote last year where they were trying to get the running back 20 touches. Now that was with Jacobs, so maybe things are different now with Samir at the helm. But I wouldn't be surprised if they try to get 20 rushing attempts through Zamir / the running back guy, Amir Abdullah / Dylan Lobby. All right, so then we have to assume that some of them might be productive, but probably not all of them. Yeah, against the backups of the Chargers, man. It's not like the Chargers were any good one. You know what I mean? And it was the defense. The defense put up 18 of those 50 points. I think we're over excited about the Raiders. I think they're going to try to be more smash mouth. We playing for week 17. Yeah. Yeah. And who are they playing? The Saints? I don't know. I don't really care for it. I'll choose a different game. That game could be just who can run it more at that point, because they, Spencer Rattler is going to be at quarterback because they have no reason to play Derek Carr anymore because they're out of it. Puka, Drake London, nice. Dennis, are you doing the Puka Marvin Harrison at all? It's hard to go against my ranks every time I do it. I thought you were just saying 50 plus. Yeah, dude, it was a lot of points against my Chargers. And the Broncos got 60 points, 70 points put up on them. So I mean, like, I don't know. Like, are we, you know what I'm saying? Are we, if that's your thought process, you should only be drafting Dolphins and Raiders on your teams since they scored the highest weeks, the two highest weeks last year. No, we're not doing that. Like, they're not even playing the Chargers week 17. I can understand your thought process if they were playing the Chargers week 17. They're not even playing the Chargers week 17. They are playing indoors. I'm assuming that they're, I don't know who's at home. I know they're playing the Saints week 17. Raiders are at New Orleans, so they're playing indoors. I don't know. It's not for me. Not a game I'm targeting. I'll happily take Chris Olave. Clearly, if Devontae had been gone and I would have been here, I would have taken Chris Olave, right? But I still think the offense runs through Zamir, Devontae Adams. It's going to run through Jacoby Myers. Then I think early on it's going to be Michael Mayer. Later in the season might be Brock Bowers. Who knows? So we're talking fifth option, Trey Tucker at best. I don't know. I'm not taking a lot of fifth options. Like, I'm taking Jalen Hyatt, and let's think about where he's at. Singletary, and then you have Malik Neighbors. Everyone talks up Slayton. Fourth option, Jalen Hyatt. I have very little Puka in London. I'm usually drafting 1 through 6. Well, look at you, Mr. Brags a lot. I'm just kidding. No, that's a good combo. I don't have a lot of Puka in London. I was just kind of curious if there was any intel that I can use. Chase Adams Cup. It's probably one of my favorite combos. I have gotten quite a bit of. I've had the fall of either Devontae or I've had the fall of Chase, and then Cup has made it back to me quite a bit in the third round. Though I think on Underdog, I might have to start drafting him in the second round. I can't seem to get him in the third round anymore. Would you take a guaranteed $500K or do a coin flip for $3 million, but if you lose, you get $0? Oh, I would take the $500K. That's not a bad team to have. Like, I don't need. I mean, it'd be nice to get $3 million, but I'm going to take that $500K. I think I can. At this point in my life, I think I can not retire, but like I could quit my current job and use like that $500K as a starting point for a business. And if I take the risk at $3 million, yeah, it'd be cool if I won, but then I have $0. I took on. So like, I think I could turn that $500K into $3 million in my head versus taking a $0 and still having to work this shitty job. So personally, I'm going to take the $500K since I already am in a position of comfortability. like we're comfortable, right? Like we're not comfortable, but like we're comfortable. We're not like sitting on a yachts every weekend or anything like that. I'm still a working man. I enjoy my time off, but work about 50 hours a week still. So I've been meaning to want to do what you just did, Dennis. This just happened to be you that did it. I was thinking about taking Allen at the turn with Kincaid because he never makes it back to me in the fifth. But he's never going to get – Allen could get drafted anymore, right? But Kincaid is never making it to me in the late fifth. So I was thinking about taking him in like where Deebo Samuel went here at 3-4. I've been thinking about taking him at that position and then bypassing him at 4-9 and hoping he makes it to 5-4. But then I'm wasting a pick. Like I've been only thinking about this is if my favorite second rounders are gone with Meat Metcalf, Neighbors, and Cup are all gone. But Stephon Diggs is kind of still, yeah, we're going to take Diggs. I feel like an old man drafter with like the age of my wide receivers this year. Chase is obviously still young, but Devontae Adams is in his 30s. Cooper Kupp's in his 30-year-old season. And Diggs has got to be close to 30-year-old. Stephon Diggs, 30 years old. Turns 31 in late November. Who took Lamar Jackson? You're not getting Andrews. One way or the other. One way or another. We're going to get you. We're going to get you. What if it was $15 million? Ooh. Are we up in the other side too? $3 million or $15 million? $500K or $15 million. I would take the coin flip for that. I think you'd be dumb not to. Yeah, is this tax free? Blake, is this tax free? Is anybody dying because of this? Like you watch that movie, The Box. Say, is anybody gonna die? Because I'm taking this. Yeah, we're taking Mark Andrews. That Week 17 correlated matchup with Andrews and Diggs, I think is awesome. We're not making a bet on either quarterback. We're just saying that matchup, those are the two that pop off. I was hoping to get McBride. I think I probably had a shot at it, but I wasn't paying attention good enough. Yeah, I probably should have went McBride here, but I didn't. Diggs was 6 picks past ADP, and still this early on, you don't want to bypass too much ADP like fallers. If somebody's fallen 6 picks past ADP, it probably doesn't hurt to grab them, unless you think there's obviously something happened or something could happen. Like if you're making a judgment play, don't take them, right? But like, probably should check yourself and don't wreck yourself in that situation. Dell made it that far too. Holy canal. Jacobs, Rashad White, James Cook. Did you guys see the drafts that Dave Portnoy and Big Cat have made for the last 2 weeks? The 10K drafts. Whew, some bad teams. They're both paying the rake. I'm curious if they should make a bet against one another for like regular season points. They should put it down another 10K, and whoever wins between them two should pretty much get their money back. Because they're both going to be paying the rake. Tax free. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I'll take the shot at $15 million over $500K. Just on the offset chance we do. $3 million is not Yeah, it's a lot more than 500K, but I feel like I can turn 500K into 3 mil. But 500K into 15, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm that talented. So I'll take the 50-50 chance. I'll take the 50-50 chance. Tax free though, that's where you got me. That's yeah, I'll take tax free, man. After last year, and technically we haven't paid this year, but we'll get there eventually. I didn't make that much money, so I only won 20K. And I had to pay all the taxes on that. Let's see here. So this is into the 6th round. Do I have a lot of? So this is where we take a rookie. So we're gonna take Lad here. So normally I debate. Did I take Neighbors? If so, then I might go Chris Godwin. Did I take like Tyreek Hill, a lot of high upside type players? Then I might go Deontay Johnson. But since we went kind of old early here, we might take the upside of somebody younger and has an upside like late season there. And hopefully Najee Harris falls back to me here. Yeah. If I could start creating this as a business, I would figure out something to make it like. I bet you there's some kind of tax write-off you could do to make content with this and whatnot as a write-off, but I'm not smart enough for it yet. And technically, this is just for as a hobby right now. If I ever do create this as a job, trust me, I will be looking into every avenue of saving money and cutting and finding every little crevice that I can. But if it doesn't go this well this year, if we see a decline like we saw last year, this might be the last year for the YouTube channel. I don't know. It could be. It'll be out fully transparent. Because it's a lot of money that I'm putting into it every year versus like I'm losing money, obviously. In the betting wise the last few years, and then I'm giving up EV by streaming the drafts, and then like StreamYard costs $50 a month, and then it's just got a lot of little things. And if I don't see progression, I don't think I might do this next year. But so far, everything's showing that I can continue it. Especially with the StreamYard doing shorts now, my numbers haven't looked as good as they've ever been. I'm not one out here that says, "Oh, look at me, I'm doing so good." But the shorts that StreamYard has introduced, like that, it does it for me, dude. That's changed everything. I think I made like 5 subscribers on Saturday, right after I uploaded my old shorts of me, King Cap, and the interview I did with them, and then the interview I did with Pat Corain. I uploaded the shorts that they had created for me. You could do OnlyFans with YouTube to supplement your income. Yeah. I've thought about it. Selling toe pics. I don't know what I would. What do you sell on OnlyFans? I've had farts. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm trying to think. I mean, no one's seen my genitalia. That's weird. It is weird to me. Oh, also, Pornhub. Speaking of OnlyFans, Pornhub has been out of. Is no longer valid in my state, so I've been out of porn for a year. It's pretty much no bueno, man. Like what? Bring it back, Kamala. I need somebody to bring that back. I don't know why we're getting rid of it. They always have this video of some lady talking. I just tune it away. I'm like, still not back. Okay. I know it's down in a couple other states too, but I don't know what other states they are. It's a sad day. I'm not out here trying to get any illegal websites either. I'm like, yeah. If you say it's down, it's down. Yeah, dude. Right. I know it's random, but I'm a man. My poor wife can't handle me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I gotta handle myself. Pornhub being down. It's just sad, man. Just sad. Sad day in the neighborhood. All right, so what we got here, we have no San Francisco, so I don't want to make a bet on Jameson. Really? I've been thinking about. I drafted Mostert earlier. I drafted a Zach Moss team and a Mostert. I better draft him this time though. Zach Moss earlier and a Mostert team. I ended up liking the Mostert team a little bit better. And I'm going to try it again here and see if was it because I like Mostert more, or should I, like, in my head I'm like, should I move Mostert down a few or up a couple, or should I move Zach Moss down a couple? Because I obviously still like to draft Chase Brown, and he seems to be available in the 12th or the 10th round still, maybe 11th. And I think that's the route I'd rather go if I'm going to grab a Cincinnati running back. And I just realized that somebody grabbed Burrow. See, I don't care that you take Burrow or whatever. Like, I just don't understand the logic. See, you draft Stroud. Makes complete sense. But you draft him, like, you already got your elite quarterback. You're only hurting yourself by taking another non-running quarterback in the 8th round. In my opinion, that's naked. Like, you're not getting, unless you get Jermaine Burton, Chase Brown, Zach Moss, and you're getting Mike Gesicki. You know what I mean? Like, you have to literally onslaught it. Which I'm not. That doesn't make sense. Oh, well. Paying the rake, in my opinion. We're going to try Singletary. Don't want to risk that one. I think Mostert has a little bit of a lower floor. That'll be supplemented with the floor of Singletary, so that if and when he does have his spike weeks, it fits that narrative a little bit better. What else we got going on? Yeah. Oh, well, this also give you time to go over to the Patreon, hit the subscribe or whatever it is over there. For $5 a month, you get my exclusive interviews. Now I have little shorts that have them on there of some of the things we talk about, and you get to know the people a little bit better. And it's not strictly best ball. It's about, like, just to get to know them as a human, like we all know our people with their best ball takes. I just wanted to know the people as people, best ball people as people. Like, all we know is, like, what their takes are on certain players, how they approach their drafts with their bases. If you quit YouTube, are you still going to do the same amount of drafts or less? I would probably do the lottos. I'd probably do more because I'd have a little extra income. Because I'd probably end up like if I'm not doing this, I'm going to try to making. Look, I'm a bit of a hustler, and so, like, I'm trying to make money one way or the other. I'd probably go deliver food, when I put the kids to bed, or switch back over to gaming content and still do all this stuff, but just privated. I don't think there's anything. Look, there's also like a huge amount of people eating at everybody else's base, and it's like I'm like a small shark, and I'm just like I'm getting some scraps, but the big guys are just taking it all up, and which is fine. Like I may not be as entertaining as everybody else. Or I'm not bringing enough stats. I'm just a vibes based drafter. I'm here for everybody else to come and draft with me, and have a good cordial discussion about certain things. Why you want, I'm just part of the conversation. I appreciate it, Blake. I appreciate it. I think I do okay, right? I think I do okay. Let's see here. I think this might be Justin Herbert pick here. We don't want to get shot out of quarterback. I didn't get any. No, I did not get any of them. I would typically go Trevor Lawrence here. Think I can get Gabe. I might go. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Trevor here, Herbert here. Herbert on the turn. Go Trevor here. If we hopefully get Herbert. If we don't get Herbert, we're getting Gabe. And if somebody else drafts Gabe, I guess we'll grab a 20th round Parker Washington. Or we just might be a naked Trevor. Oh, boy. I was hoping 2 attacks would not go off the board because that makes me nervous. We got here a 1-3-4-1, a 1-3-5-1, 1-4-4-1, 2-2-5-1. Who would you draft? Okay, I mean, that's not terrible. I'm just worried that this is going to be, for some reason, his third quarterback. Yeah, this makes sense. But now I'm like, oh, this is definitely a Herbert drafted right here. Pairing up all of his quarterbacks. And I took his other quarterback. That would have been Trevor right there. And he probably would have came back around with Tua. We'll find out if he was going 2 quarterbacks in a row or 3. That is true. I am the voice of the DK streamer. That is true. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we all have to give it up to Pete Overzet as the best underdog streamer, I believe, in my opinion. Thank you. I will keep doing them then. Who else is that? Who are the top 5 underdog streamers? If we're going by solo streamers, I'm going with Spags, the Fantasy Football Garage, Fantasy Dog Pound, Neil Orfield, and who am I missing? Who do I watch every day? Let's go back to this thing. Who am I watching every day? Solo streamers, so not someone that has a guest. I mean, I guess Neil has a guest on. So then in that case, I'd have to throw Pete over. Is that honorable mentions? Who do I watch? Oh, FanSpeak guys. I mean, but they run as a duo. But if obviously the FanSpeak guys and gals. Obviously. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much who I just listed off as everybody. It's underdog. Jeez, I watch a lot of videos or listen to a lot of videos. Saw that Neil, and then DraftKings. I don't know who. I don't believe it. I would be hesitant to click on any of my videos too. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm just trying out the Canva thing. I'd heard about it. I didn't know exactly what it was. but I have recently got the hang of it. And now I just need to take more photos of my face, which I don't feel comfortable with doing. I'm not always the most photogenic type person, but I realize I need to take more photos of myself. And now that I realize I can just copy or take images off the internet and put them as my people, that should be easier. I need to go back to the shock face and the all the dumb faces that all those other people make. Yeah. DK streamers, though, the only people I know that stream DK are the RPS guys. Oh, Rob Coakley occasionally on Sundays does them. They kind of took a backseat to drafting or doing draft streams. It's a little surprising. Gabe Davis ends up going to KJ Caster. Son of a gun. KJ, if you're here, I'm not reading your team. Just putting that out there. That's hurtful. So it might be a naked Trevor Lawrence. Well, we have a Singletary. Put Josh Downs. I was thinking between Downs and Dotson. Figured might as well break the tie with a Dotson correlated pick or a Downs correlated pick. Yeah, I used to before I started live streaming. This is a late live stream. Once I get done, I just I shut down. Like my brain shuts down. So I have noticed that if I make the thumbnails before I stream, it has been easier to remember. To obviously upload it. Because back in the day, I would make a video, but I wouldn't it wasn't a live stream, and I'd do all the silly faces and stuff like that. But now that I'm live streaming and need a thumbnail, I've had to think of different ways and different stuff beforehand. It also helps that my wife let me move the desk out to the living room where I can have a little extra time to focus on it. Polk goes, Dotson goes, Quentin Johnson, Mike Williams. I guess I don't need another wide receiver right now. Kendra Miller would be a nice pick. Would be a 1-pick steal. A 0.6 steal of ADP. Because it correlate with the Devontae Adams play. Obviously, he's getting a little bit of negative buzz right now, and I'll happily scoop up all that. I need to move him, I guess, down in the rankings based on his current ADP. Son of a motherfucker. Could we have a tight end? Mark Andrews? Nah. Well, let's grab Ty Chandler. I noticed, at least on Underdog, I have a ton of Kamani Vidal. I'll split that little load over there, and I'll take a little bit of a lighter stance over here, which is probably not the right move, but with how much I saw that I had over there, I had 30% Kamani Vidal. I'm not that high on Kamani. So the reason I went Ty is because I was thinking if something gets past Dennis, then I might go with something else. If he doesn't get past Dennis, then I probably won't go that route. Chase Brown one right there. That was a good pick. Interesting. Buka Nakua. Oh, he should get past him now. But KJ Caster, he might take him. Jermaine Burton goes off the board. So this person that drafted a naked Joe Burrow, I'm not excited about. This naked Joe Burrow guy, let's go ahead and look. Let's see here what he's done afterwards. Dobbs, Trey Benson, Dalton Schultz, Gus Edwards, Darnell Mooney. the CJ Stroud was unnecessary, or the CJ Stroud, the Joe Burrow was unnecessary. Unless he thought I should have drafted him in the 7th round, but he doesn't realize like that's where I take Najee. Rude. Or he's a big Bengals fan, maybe? I don't know. Premier, we're not friends. Come on, baby, do the locomotion. That was close. That was close. Oh, we're done at tight end. Or at least I feel done at tight end. I don't need to get another. If I get one, I get one, but I don't need another. So I've read something on the 32 NFL beat writers, which I don't know if they're a trustable source or whatnot, but that Aiden O'Connell has the lead quarterback job and that it's going to be tough for Gardner Minshew to take it. So I'm starting to, even though I have quite a few Gardner Minshew bets, at least I know I do on the big board, I am going to start making the bet that AOC is going to be the quarterback. I'm going to start making that bet. Baker Mayfield has gone as low as 205 in my drafts and almost undrafted and on a that might have been an RPS draft, TK draft. And then sometimes he goes 13-2. It's like the swings with him is pretty wild. I guess that's his ADP is around 13-2. We're going to finish up our running back room with Ray Davis. I'm making a pretty hard stance that with my Ray Davis selections that James Cook might be the 1-2 down early back, but eventually Ray Davis is going to be the running back. They're about the same age. I think whoever wins that job might it might not even, I don't know, he just might outright beat him for the job this year. Or they didn't bring him in here to just back up James Cook. I feel like they brought him in for the goal line work, and they brought him in to potentially just take the job from James Cook. It's like itching my chest. I like the Daniel Jones pick. Just don't understand why you need it. I like this drafter to his team. Three, 4, 6, 2. Purdy, Williams, Deshaun Watson. That makes sense. Why you want 3 picks away. Four running backs are okay. Quarterbacks are okay. Tight ends. His tight ends are pretty risky. Ben Sinnott and George Kittle. George Kittle is great on a week-to-week basis, but I'm freaking out. I don't know who to draft. We're going to draft Luke McCaffrey. Need to add another young wide receiver. I've been kind of light on Luke McCaffrey. Doesn't correlate with anything. I was thinking about going Bryce Young and then grabbing Jatavian Sanders, but then I'm like, I already have 2 tight ends like that I like, that I don't need another version of someone that's not going to put up a lot of points into my team. But I like Luke McCaffrey's potential to get on the field. Dotson, not only is he like touchdown dependent, like he didn't really have a lot of separation and whatnot. I think Luke could get on the field and surprise some people. I don't think I'm gonna go overweight like by a bunch, but I think I will have like between 10 to 50%. One every 10 drafts or so, I'll grab Luke McCaffrey, because there's something in that family's genes, just like there was with the Watts. Like I'm not betting against Ed McCaffrey's sperm. That's all I'm saying. That dude has bred some winners on that in that family. Fuck it, we might just go wide receivers until I don't like them. I like my running backs. I like Najee Harris. I like Mostert, Singletary, Chandler, Ray Davis. I like that. That's a solid crowd to me. And my wide receivers are good, right? Don't get me wrong. But could get better. Yeah. Yeah, if we hit 400 subscribers, we are still going to do a 25-hour live stream. I was going to set it to 500, or I had been setting it to 500, but 500 was a pretty lofty goal. And so we're going to make it more reasonable. If we hit the 400, we will do the 25-hour live stream, probably the 27th of August. I think that's the date. Let me pull up my calendar right here. Let's go 1 month. The 28th of August, assuming that Underdog has not filled up by then. If they have not, I will do a 25-hour live stream, mainly doing Underdog drafts, probably if I haven't finished up my DK. I'm hoping to have saved 20 lineups just for the 25-hour live stream if we hit 400. If we could hit 400, that would be great. That would be awesome. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors to hit the sub button. Tell somebody on the beach when you guys are out there, hey, I know this guy. He's got a great stream. Great vibes. McMillan, Zay Jones, CH. CH got some bad vibes today, that's for sure. He took Pacheco, CEH. If he grabs Deneric Prince, he's just hoping that one of them's okay. I don't like this team. I like the way he started, but I do not like his team. I still don't understand. It must have been a misclick at this point. But the rest of his team kind of makes sense for what he's doing, except the Joe Burrow pick. That's a fun 3 wide receivers at the 12 hole. Is that you, Dennis? That is you. Hey, Dave. Is out here drafting bangers. Juwan Jennings early, Ricky Pearsall late. Somebody else can draft OBJ. We're drafting Jalen Hyatt. Oh, yeah. Let's see. How many rookies do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. Just 4. That's not too bad. We have Lad McConkey, Ray Davis, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen McMillan. Did anybody play the whole season of EA's college football all the way yet? I haven't downloaded the full version yet. Probably gonna do that when my money comes in for my drafts, but might just get it during that time period. And since yesterday, I've done another 5 underdog drafts, 3 of which I did not get Najee. It's kind of wild. He went in the 6th round in one, right before me in the 7th round, and then I don't know. I don't even know where he went before me, but he was before me. I think it was the 7th, but I'm not 100% sure. All right. Why are you drafting Brendan Rice and Claypool? Sometimes I've talked up players and I'm like, were they in the conversation I was having with Eric and his at the lab, because I was talking about how much I like Brendan Rice and the Chargers. Yada yada. Get 2 pieces. Baltimore. And then we're going to finish up with the Parker Washington pick. And we'll have 1 piece of Jacksonville. A nice 2-5-11-2. And did any of you guys watch Receiver? I finished the first episode. I liked it. I wasn't impressed, but I liked it. So my build's going to be a 2-5-11-2. We ended up with Jamar Chase, Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Mark Andrews, Lad McConkey, Najee Harris, Raheem Mostert, Devin Singletary, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Joshua Downs, Ty Chandler, Luke Musgrave, Ray Davis, Luke McCaffrey, Jalen McMillan, Jalen Hyatt, and Devontae Walker, and most likely Parker Washington. It's a fun team. It's definitely on the top 5 of this lobby. There's definitely some we can kick out. Premier is probably going to be bottom 3, just based on his draft capital in quarterbacks. It's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and read Dennis's team. Dennis went with a 2-6-9-2, or whatever he ends up with his last pick, 2-6-9-2 or 2-7-9-2, 3-7 or 3-6-9-2 or 2-6-10-2 or 2-6-9-3. One of those 2-7-9-2. And he went Puka, Drake London, Josh Allen, Dalton Kincaid, Terry McLaurin, Kenneth Walker III, Christian Watson, Jordan Love, TJ Tajay Spears, Brian Robinson Jr., D. Wicks. I want to say Devontae, but I don't think that's right. Dontavian. I think I've been saying the guy from Baltimore too much. Marshawn Lloyd, Kate Otten, Tyler Algier, Ricky Pearsall, Marvin Mims Jr., Tyler Boyd, Jawan Jennings, A.J. Dillon, who got some high praise today, and Reese Semets. What's it called? I think it's a fun team for sure. So it's a fun team for sure. Also, because I am trying to, make money doing this. I decided that unless you've been to day one, which I know who's been day one, and people that were, I know who's day one. If you weren't day one, I'm probably not going to start reading your teams anymore. It's only going to be for the subscribers over on the Patreon. I'll read them because I know who those people are, and then I might make an exception for one or two people because I know certain things. But yes, reading of team names and teams is now going to be a paid function because, I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? You get your 5 minutes of fame. I take my $5. I'll take my $5. All right. So tomorrow we'll be back with a September Survivor draft. We might do the $3 because the $3 September Survivor. I think it's a little bit less filled. I think we might be able to fill it with just us for anybody that wants to draft it. And then if it takes too long, we'll test out the $15 if that goes any faster, though. Yep, so we'll be back tomorrow for that. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're on our way to 400. If we hit 400, we will do a 25-hour live stream on the 28th of August, the Wednesday of the last weekend of August, Wednesday of August, or Thursday. Thursday. Or am I doing Wednesday? I don't remember what day I asked off for, but we'll probably do Thursdays. Wednesday or Thursday of the last month, we will do a 25-hour live stream. And then if you want to support my work or have your team read off in a draft that we do together, or if you want to send me a team, I will read it on stream. It's going to be $5 subscription over on the Patreon. And then you can just say, hey, can you read my team on the stream and send me the picture? Bada bing, bada boom. I will do that. Obviously, that'll be easy to tell. It's not too many of you guys out there. All right, and if you are in the Patreon, please subscribe to the Yahoo. It's free. It does not cost anything extra. You get a free entry to it. Winner gets $200. Last year's winner, definitely Dennis, won $100 from pretty much the donations, or not donations, but the subscription people paid to be on there. Pretty much paid for Dennis's to be the winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the more subscribers we get, the more I can give out. So let's also look at it that way. Obviously, I think I would stop at 600 because I think there's some kind of weird law you can't give something over $600. So we'll probably cap it at 600. But until we get that number, whatever you guys are giving, you know what I'm saying? All right. I think that's all I had on my chest. Let me go over what other things that I watched today. I watched half of the 10K DraftKings BestBall. I had to stop watching it because I don't have fun time not learning things. And I was learning that if I had 10K to waste, I should do those fucking lobbies because they were terrible. Maybe we'll review their teams sometime. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow while we're waiting to hop into a draft. Let's see here. Biden steps down from race. Everybody's like loving on Biden and telling him how great he was as a president, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, you're going to make this man think he can still do it? Like, let's just stop saying anything. He does not need any praise. He did what he did, and now let's move on to the next part. Let's see here. Keanu Reeves, Constantine 2 movie is in the works. It's not coming out quite yet, but it's in the works. Didn't learn anything. I couldn't. My heart's not in golf right now, but I watched like 5 minutes of it, and I was just out of it. Pat, I listened to his BestBall drafts. That was nice. Training camp movers and risers. Rashid Rice is back on the way up, and Jordan Addison on the way down. Rob went on to the Fantasy Sanctuary, talked about drafting a combination of players, and he was literally describing what I did that year to win it all, which was taking two players from the same area because there's not really that big of a difference, which I thought was kind of fun. It's like, he was perfectly describing my draft strategy that year, where I thought that I wanted these two specific type players. I think they were going to break out, which luckily they did. I ended up picking the correct players from Chris Godwin and Cooper Kupp. I brought Cooper Kupp up one round. That's who I valued more. I thought he had this, which again, I was right. Luckily, I shouldn't have probably been basing such a big bet on a scenario I ran through my head. And I said, Kupp's gonna blow up this year. And this is he just hadn't had the quarterback play needed. And regardless, I brought a Kupp, and right next to him was Chris Godwin, and I really wanted Chris Godwin because he also won me $50K one time, so I was like kind of high on him. But I knew that if they played him in the slot, like, he'd do well, and they had just won the Super Bowl with Tom the year before. And so I was like, okay, so I already know they had this like kind of connection. They blew up that year. I kind of stacked the Bucs like 4 or 5 times. So I had that stack. And the only reason I had that stack was because the Osimo guys of Laffy and I don't remember who was working with him during that year, but whoever it was, they were talking about like full-on team stacks and overstacking it because it like was productive the year before. Like, if you had reached like absurdly enough for like these certain picks, like, it would have done fairly well. Regardless, he was talking about my draft strategy, and and that was my draft strategy. And I think he is right. I think that RB room, or the RB area selection of from 7 to 7 to 9. I think you should get different combinations. And I'm making a stand that Najee's one of those dominant running backs, right? So, like, clearly, obviously. And then now I'm pairing it with Zamir when I get a chance to, or Zach Moss or Raheem Mostert, or like, I'm pairing my solid pick with all of those other running backs that I don't know exactly which one is going to be the other person. If I did, I would pair it with that guy every single time. I guess you could say I'm doing that with Singletary. I think Singletary is going to get the volume similar to. I'm trying to think of somebody that they're not similar, but they knew they were going to get. The amount of work is similar. The talent of the players is completely different. When I say this, Devin Singletary and Leonard Fournette. Singletary is not the talent that Leonard Fournette was at this stage of their careers. Like, Leonard Fournette was like still in his prime. He just didn't mesh well anymore with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They cut him. They sent him over to Tampa Bay. They won the Super Bowl the next year. Like, you could, you know that he was going to get the work. Singletary is set up to get all of the early down work, goal line work, all of that jazz. So we know, like, that is who that's going to be. So we know that comparable workloads is what I'm basing this off on. And then I'm bringing in mentally, like, since the draft capital has changed of certain positions, that Najee Harris is my rock, is my first round pick of back of then. Or I guess he's still technically like a second round pick in my books, because I'll still grab a CMC or a Jahmyr Gibbs or JT, Devin A. Chain. If I get one of those dudes, I'm grabbing it, and then I'm back, obviously trying to get Najee. But if I go 0 RB, it's a little bit different, obviously. That said, like, I'm trying to make those similar takes just in different parts of the draft. Like, because wide receivers has been pushed up so far. So, like, you can't really compare the draft capital spent at each position the same. So you could take a look at, I went double RB to start off that draft. It was probably a 12-13 pick. I'm guessing because we don't have draft boards. We didn't have draft boards and we didn't have the ability to go back and look at it. But I have to assume I was either 11-14 or 12-13 pick with the Nick Chubb, because that's where Nick Chubb was going. And I think Najee was going 15-16, and I must have just pulled them up and went double RB. But yeah, I don't know what else I got to say. I'll expand on that thought process a little bit tomorrow. I'm just kind of like just talking off what the top of my head. So, yeah, I'll go into more detail tomorrow. I'll flesh out that thought process a little bit, and we'll go into that tomorrow. All right, it's been fun. It's been real fun. Later, guys.